So we're South Washington County Schools, located near St. Paul, Minnesota, and we have about 23 school buildings with 18,000 students. Probably the 6th largest school district in the state of Minnesota.
As we've looked at the technology boom within our schools and we've looked at the devices that have come in naturally, we realize that the idea of network density, wireless density, isn't something that we will design a device solution for. It's something that's already happened.
So it's not uncommon to see a student in a library media center literally using 3 devices at once.
We started looking at how do we upgrade our capacity to our buildings, from internet all the way to wireless access point, all the way to the students' devices. We looked at whether or not it was possible to come up with a single solution that was one vendor, one solution, across the entire district.
The first thing that we saw with HP is that they were listening to us. They heard what our problems were. They brought in experts from around the country to talk to us about what products they had available to meet the demands that we were seeing. And so that's where we came in and installed the 5900 IRF switches, with the redundant fabric. Lately it's been managing the persistent threats that are out there with software-defined networking and NetProtect.
Well, what's interesting is not just unique to a school, but unique to every environment now. Security has moved to the inside. As we add access points, we have to consider every one of those as vulnerability. With
NetProtect and software-defined networking, we have the ability to manage and monitor all the traffic that's happening in the network.
Being a large district, with one manager of systems and infrastructure, we were able to leverage HP's IMC product to monitor and manage and deploy and configure and back up all of our network devices across the entire district. So using IMC, Jeff is able to watch our entire network on a single dashboard.
There's really unlimited potential for what we can do, but not only that, what might happen and what we have to guard against. So we feel that with open standards, with HP, we've got a stable platform to be able to handle that in the future.
It's fun to interact with the schools now. They're not leading with some technology disaster story. They're telling us how they're using technology in the classroom. The infrastructure has become invisible to the students, which is exactly what we wanted.
Since the referendum in 2013, we also upgraded the performance and capacity of the network to the buildings. And this allowed the increase in the number of devices that we were seeing so that they had better performance at the schools. And so the students could actually have better access then to the resources on the internet and to the district. And we had to put in these bigger switches with the 10 gig interfaces as opposed to the 1 gig. So the speed was increased, or the performance was increased by 10 times. So that really helped us catch up to where the technology was at in the district with the number of devices that we were seeing, with several thousand devices in the high schools. So then we have an HP server that we acquired as a part of the entire capacity and performance upgrade. And that allowed us to add more programs to our system, software programs, and speed things up in that area. There was a request from facilities to put in a new video surveillance system. And of course that came right on top of what we were doing with the classrooms and was almost as big of a project as what we were doing in the classroom area. We're working at that. We're trying to cover, make sure all the classrooms are covered, and then come back perhaps in the following years and keep adding redundancy and keep adding capacity in those other areas not directly in the classrooms.